What? God promised to deliver Israel out of Egypt, but Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he was not about to look all weak and let all these people go. They were free labor after all. So God sent Moses to bring plagues upon Egypt. Now understand this, these plagues were punishment on Egypt for the sin of its leaders. And they may seem harsh, but think back to Genesis 3. Sin is punishable by death, and these seem pretty light and compared to what Egypt deserved. Now the first plague was the Nile River water was turned into blood. Not fake blood, not food coloring, literal blood. The second plague was a fun one, frogs. And I know we think, oh, frogs, that's cool. No, frogs everywhere. When you go to grab your glasses, frogs. When you're putting on sandals, these frogs are in your sandals. When you pour cereal into your bowl, it's just frogs. There's no cereal. They were everywhere. Now, Pharaoh's heart was still hard. So there was another one, gnats. Again, like the frogs, they were everywhere. And honestly, gnats, one of them is annoying, but the next plague is more annoying than gnat. Flies, just like the frogs and the gnats, they are everywhere. And then after the flies, the plagues get worse. The next plague is death of livestock. That can mean loss of income, loss of livelihood. And you may wonder how this affects Pharaoh. This kills the economy. When sources of income are lost, this kills people because they're starving, and this can affect an entire nation. Then after that, boils. Nasty, pus-filled, irritating, painful boils all over man and beast alike. After that, hailstorms. Loads and loads of hail. And those of us out here in southwest Kansas know that hail can bring some intense damage to homes. After the hail, Pharaoh had had enough and told Moses he'd release the Israelites. So God stopped the storms, and Pharaoh changed his mind and sinned again. So God sent locusts. Locusts are some nasty creatures that can destroy crops for miles. And again, this is not just a locust. This is probably millions or billions of locusts. Pharaoh again had had enough, but yet again sinned. Then complete, total darkness. For those of you who have been to Carlsbad Caverns, and if you go deep enough, they warn you, they're going to turn out the lights and you cannot see your hand in front of your face. We're talking that level of darkness. Pharaoh again had a hardened heart, and the final plague came. The Lord said to Moses, "Yet one plague more I will bring upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterward he will let you go from here. When he lets you go, he will drive you away completely. Speak now in the hearing of the people that they ask, every man of his neighbor and every woman of her neighbor, for silver and gold jewelry." And the Lord gave people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, and in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. So Moses said, "Thus say the Lord, about midnight I will go into the midst of Egypt, and every firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die. From the firstborn of Pharaoh who sits on his throne, even to the firstborn of the slave girl who sits behind the handmill, and all the firstborn of the cattle. There shall be a great cry throughout all of the land of Egypt, such as there's never been, nor will ever be. But not a dog shall growl against any of the people of Israel, either man or beast, that they may know the Lord makes distinction between Egypt and Israel. And all these servants shall come down to me and bow down to me, saying, Get out, you and all you people who follow you. And after that I will go out." And he went out from Pharaoh in hot anger. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Pharaoh will not listen to you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt." And the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he did not let the people go. This all happened, and it became known as Passover. God does not sit idly by while his people are being tormented. God punishes for the sins of Egypt, but he shows mercy on a sinful people of Israel.